Well, I've been in the femto business doing femto cataracts for years. We started out, even before some of the lasers were approved, using an intralase with some modifications that we had developed to do arcuate incisions and to do the clear cornea incisions in paracentesis so that we could say we were doing laser cataract surgery. Then we progressed to more advanced cataract femtosecond lasers. I have a Lensar laser at my Nashville office. And then we were looking for a laser in my rural Paris, Tennessee office, but the center is an older center built in the 1980s, more for extra cataract surgery. The ORs are very small. There's no additional room space to house a freestanding laser. So we were looking from a logistics standpoint, what laser can we find that we can get in there that's highly mobile, can be pushed away in a corner nice and easily, but brought over when we do it, and be able to implement high quality surgery that you would normally see in a major city in rural West Tennessee.
It's just a fantastic laser. It's one of the things when you do a lot of refractive surgery and a lot of LASIK, the last thing you want to do is have a laser go down on a busy surgery day, because it plays havoc with your schedule, makes upset patients. Ziemer's bulletproof. The laser just seems to never go down. Easy to use, wonderful results visually, and some of the unique features, having switched over to Ziemer from the other techniques for creating LASIK flaps, we see 95% less dry than we used to. And I think that really has to do with the lower energy that's being produced by the Ziemer laser. In Minnesota, where it's very dry in the wintertime, I used to dread having to do LASIK cases in January and February. Our hair is so dry, these patients have chronic dry eye. Since switching to the Ziemer laser, I don't have to worry about dry eye anymore. I just see so much of an improvement having started using that Ziemer laser for LASIK. So we just love it.
The results with the laser have been awesome. The capsulotomy is perfect. It's nicely centered. It's free floating. We're not having issues with capsular tags. The fragmentation pattern with the laser is typically a pie, six cut pie. But the nice thing is there's not a lot of bubbles with this laser, so you're not losing your red reflex. The hydrodissection is easy with it as a result of that. But for a cornea guy, I like the fact that this is a truly bladeless laser procedure, that it makes a near perfect two-step clear cornea incision. It makes the paracentesis, both of them are easy to open but easy to seal. Your arcuate incisions are precisely placed, and you really don't even have to open them. It's more like doing a arcuate incision with a true corneal laser like an intralase or a wave-light femtosecond laser, where you're getting these extremely precise cuts that have no tissue bridges and adhesions. So you don't have to spend any time dissecting the arcuate incisions apart.
Instead of being in a position where we have to you have the laser done in a separate place, we actually bring the patient into the room in the same spot, do the laser, take the laser off, and immediately proceed with cataract surgery. So we feel that that's going to be one of the greatest impacts for our practice in terms of improved efficiency, but we feel very strongly it's going to improve the process for the patients. You know, it'd be kind of like if you were going for a colonoscopy, you wouldn't want the medical student to do it one time and then have the attending come by and do it a second time. So that's kind of my joke about it, but I do think from the patient's viewpoint, it really is more seamless, and we feel like we're getting, early on, we have good indications of much better patient satisfaction because of the ability to kind of have it as a one-step procedure. Even though it is two steps, but they're so close to each other, from the patient's perspective, it's a one-step procedure.
Primary feature that's most advantageous is the portability of the laser. I have 7 different surgery centers where I perform surgery, both LASIK and cataract, and we're able to move the laser from surgery suite to surgery suite. In 2 of our offices, we have a LASIK suite and an in-office lens suite where we can move it back and forth during the day. And then 3 other sites, one is a LASIK site, 2 other ambulatory surgery centers. So the fact that we have this available at all our sites has been phenomenal. Otherwise, we'd have to buy 7 different lasers in order to accomplish what we're accomplishing. The other thing that I find very important and very helpful with the laser is the quality of the outcomes. We get great outcomes with our LASIK flaps. It does a fantastic job with splitting nuclei, even very dense nuclei. It's very, very helpful.
I am over and over again impressed with the support we get from Ziemer. They are very attuned to the surgeon. Anytime I have an issue or question, they're right on it. And their research staff is fantastic. So I've had a couple different research projects that I proposed to Ziemer. They get me involved with the engineers. They've been very responsive, and I couldn't be more happy with their team.
Our experience with the other companies was, how would I put this? We were small fish, and we didn't always get the attention we felt we needed. Ziemer has been all over things. If we've got questions or issues, they just get taken care of. So the service has been everything we wanted it to be. And I think that all the factors, when you look at them, are going to lean you one way or another. But the idea that you don't have to have a laser in a different room, or you don't have to essentially reset up the room as you go from phase to phase, so you're not really moving things around. The machine, you just sort of push it in towards the patient bed, and when you're done, you really don't even have to move it. But in our office, they move it back a foot, just to give me some more elbow room. But it's basically the idea of it being movable, easily movable. It's small, it's not what I would call lightweight, but compared to the other machines, it's extremely lightweight. And the other thing about it is, even though I'm not doing LASIK anymore, my partner does all the LASIK, but it can do everything. So makes flaps, does all the cornea work that he wants it to do, and it also does the cataracts. So so that I think was one of the big issues. So I mean, if you're not doing LASIK, or any cornea work, maybe that's not as important. But the fact that it can do everything, up to the actual ablation, really was the final selling point for